All right, guys, it is Friday. And the market hit all-time highs. SPY hit 650. And I mean the market was good. I mean we had a lot of chop, but I want to go ahead and talk about some of my swing plays I'm looking at. So I'm looking at ARM, OKLO, and that's it really. It's ARM and OKLO. I've made money on both of those so far. And I want to go ahead and show you guys what I'm looking at and give you guys my thoughts. PMI, I did not check the data. I still need to check it. I imagine because we had a big drop in the market, that PMI did not come in good, which is fine. We got September 17th coming up, where FMOC, we're looking for some rate cuts, 25 basis points. If it can be 50 basis points, that's really going to kill the market. I mean, that's going to propel the market crazy. But let's get into the charts. Let's look at what I'm looking at, and let's go from there. All right. So, so what I'm looking at is ARM, right? So ARM, and why I like this company. There's a few reasons. Um, they have zero debt. They are profitable, and they typically post good earnings. Like so, they posted good earnings, and the stock started to drop, which is fine. It's just profit taking. You got to think like an investor. So as an investor, people are like, okay, they're posting good earnings. Let's go ahead and take profits right now. They also said like they gave weak guidance, right? So that's another thing that investors are looking at. Okay, so they're going to post weak guidance. That means on the next quarter, we're expecting some form of a drop in revenue and profit and stuff like that. They're a profitable company. They've been profitable for at least 3 years at the minimum. I didn't check for 5, but they're profitable. They have zero debt, and they post decent earnings. They posted really good earnings this past, but investors are going to take profit once that a company post great earnings or good earnings, but then they post weak guidance. Uh, Investors are they're gonna take profits. So let's look at it. Right now I'm on a daily chart, so I'll go ahead and show you guys what I am looking at. So I got in. So as you see my trend lines, let me back this out just a little bit. So I have this trend line going down here from the $80 range, right? And it's trending upwards. Price does not want to push past it, as we see. So we got a little bit underneath it, but as you see, this holds as a good resistance. I bought in around this 32 area. So I work night shift, right? I work night shift. I go to school full time, and I'm a father. So I got a lot going on. So that's why I haven't been day trading either, because school just started back up. It's really hard for me to get up in the morning when I'm getting off at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I got to go to school, or I drive an hour just to get to my job, go to school, and be there from 9:30 to 5 because I stacked all my classes on 2 days. So I haven't been day trading. I wanted to really focus. I got to hone in, um, and make sure I get everything going good. But we broke underneath this trend line slightly, but then they hit this 130, which is the psych level, and that's the area I wanted to get in at. But I had to go to sleep because I work night shift. So I got in at 132 with expectations that it was going to bounce off this 130.39. This is a key level right here, and I'll show you how. So this is a key level. 130 is a key psych level. I knew we were gonna bounce off that, and that's exactly what happened. We bounced off of it. We got a little bit below it, 130.23, but who cares? 130 for sure. It didn't break below 130, and that's what we wanted to see. So if I go to the 4-hour chart, once it got to that 130 range, which that's where I wanted to buy in at, but I couldn't because I had to go to sleep. It bounced and it shot all the way up through my through this. This was my other trend line. This is where I was wanting price to go. As you see, we got a little tap here, a tap here, a tap here, and another tap here. So I was pretty bullish on it. We're above the 21 EMA, pretty bullish. I got that push up to here in this next trend line at 138. It got up to 138. Now, I was looking at this gap right here because I seen we had a gap. If we go to the daily chart, we have a gap here and we have a gap. Oh, we have a gap here and we have a gap here. All right, so I wanted to fill this gap. So what I'm expecting next week is a pullback into this gap, right? When I'm expecting a pullback into this gap and to push back through this trend line to go into this gap, right? This could take a month, 2 months, whatever. I'm swinging it, so I'm holding it. I pulled profits already. I think I took like 40%. Only had one contract because I wanted to test it out, make sure it was good before I brought it to the community. But no, it's a fairly strong company. So they are in the AI space. This is not like an Nvidia. This is not like a Tesla, or not Tesla, but AMD, right? So I'm not looking to buy and hold this company, although it's post good earnings, although it has zero debt, although it has good profitability. Um, I'm just looking to profit off of it, and that's what I'm doing. So, and as you see, we're breaking structure as well. So we're going on this downtrend, right? Higher high, higher lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low, right? So once we posted that higher low, we went ahead and pushed up. So next week, I imagine we'll go ahead and post another higher low and push back up into this gap here. I want to get up into this gap here within the next week or two. I think with FOMC coming up, we can look into getting that push into this gap and make some good profits. But I'm really liking ARM over the next coming weeks, maybe a month or two going forward. So this is a good swing play. Like I said, I've already made profits on it. But again, do your due diligence. I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you guys are paying attention to the charts, and also think about how many times this trend line got hit, right? So this trend line got hit like 1, 2, 3. It bounce, 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 push down, bounce, push down, bounce. We're gonna push down again. Hopefully, we can bounce off this trend line right here and then push further up. That's what I'm looking for. Um, Anything can happen in the Trump market. He posts one thing on Twitter, we're looking down, we're going down, but then he posts something else and we're going back up. So anything can happen, but ARM, I'm liking that for a swing play. So check that out. And then OKLO. So I hopped in OKLO a little early. Um, I hopped in OKLO around the 70, 60 area. So on this one right here, because it bounced on it. So I went ahead and I got in on this low. So with this one, I would wait, right? As you see my trend lines, I got this one bouncing over here and this one right here. The lowest I see this coming is the 63 area. I wanted to see it keep this 70 dollar range, which, because that's a psych level. If it can keep that range, we're good. But as you see, we posted a close at the 69.75. So therefore, next week coming in, we could be posting a low. This is the daily time frame. This could be seen as a head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So pivot low, hit this this trend line over here, and then bounce back up. I like OKLO around that $85 area. I think we can get to this $85 area once we can pass through these trend lines. So if I were you, I would wait until it gets down to about the $60 area. Let me go ahead and mark along something. I would wait until we can get to the $60 area, another psych level. If we can get to the $60 area, not close, but if we can get to the $60 area, and then bounce off that $60, we can go back up to that 74, 75, and then push back up to the $85 area. Now, Why did OKLO drop? So, for one, they did not hit earnings. They did not do a decent job on earnings, but this is also a decent. This is a decent company. I don't have as much stats as I had on like ARM because I did a lot of research on ARM, but I like the chart of what I'm seeing. And if I were to bring up the RSI, which should have been on there, but let me go ahead and pull it in. Let's go ahead and pull it up. Which that's one thing I did not show you guys on OKLO. We're around this 47 area, 47 on the RSI. So from here we can go up. From here we can go down. I believe we're going to go down. We're going to bounce on this 29 to 30 RSI and then push back up to that push back up and be able to reach all-time highs of $85. There was another one, Rocket Lab, that I missed out on, RKLB. I wanted to get into Rocket Lab. Because I saw it break underneath my trend line here. And I wanted to get to this $40 range and to do a bounce. I think we can still get there. So, a little bonus. If you see Rocket Lab, because we're sitting at 46, 45-ish. If you see Rocket Lab drop down to 40 and it doesn't go below 40, this may be a good swing buy to get back up to 53. So I've been looking at this. I wanted to get in. It didn't get to my mark. It got as low as 42. It didn't hit my mark, so I didn't get in. But if we can get below and hit this $40 range, it will break trend, which create a new trend based off of where it goes. That would create another lower low. Or it wouldn't go past that lower low because that lower low is sitting at 38. But if we can do that, we can bounce back up. We can go as far as like $50. That's what I'm looking at. So we got some good things coming in. So I gave y'all a bonus. I've been looking at RKLB for calls later when it gets to that $40 range. OKLO once it gets down to that $60 range. If it gets to that $60 range, I'm going to go ahead and buy some calls there because it's going to drop the RSI down to at least 30 to 29. And then ARM, I bought in over here where it was at 38, 37. We bounced back up and we're sitting at 47. So we have a chance to move back up into the to some good highs. Capitalize on that gap there. That gap's going to get filled and make some good money. So I mean, with that being said, just make sure you guys are watching the charts, make some good trades. If it doesn't make sense to you, don't do it. If it doesn't follow your rules, don't do it. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys. So, like I said, be smart, do your research. Not a financial advisor. Other than that, be safe. Peace.